Hey guys, this is Thomas from Florida. Coming back at you with some pickleball paddle stuff. Last time I made a video about the carbon true foam versus the Honolulu NF and just kind of went into some comparison on why I prefer one over the other. I actually really preferred the carbon at the time, which is hard to believe because the NF was like one of the most talked about paddles, but I really do love the carbon. It's such a good paddle. It just doesn't really compete with the power with all these paddles that are out today. So it does make some aspects really hard. But this video is mainly talking about a paddle that a lot of the reviewers have not talked about whatsoever. So that's why I wanted to make a video. I do have a discount code for Ronbus paddles and for Honolulu paddles, since those are two of the paddles that I'm going to be talking about today. Um, I mean, I am technically an affiliate with like a lot of companies just because I signed up and I got approved. It's not really that hard to do if anyone's ever tried, just to get a discount code that you can share and stuff. But out of all those paddles that I've used, if I truly haven't liked them, I have not tried to make a YouTube video. In fact, this is only my second video, so it's not like I'm just trying to make these videos and say, "Oh, use my code" or whatever. But this paddle, I really, honestly, truly think is the best standard paddle. I'm a huge standard paddle person, and as you can tell probably from the YouTube thumbnail, it's the Honolulu J3NF. Now, I was maining the well, I have so much stuff that I want to talk about, but I know I'm not like no big YouTuber or anything, but I'm just trying to make some videos to see if I can help a few people out there that are maybe trying to decide between these paddles, because I'm in the discords, some of the discords pretty often, and people are always like, hey, how does this paddle perform compared to this paddle? And I'm kind of covering mostly the standard shape paddles here because that's what I personally like to use. But a lot of people have talked about the J2NF or the J2FC plus. Then there's the long handle version of both of those, which I literally tried the J2NF and the J2 FC Plus long handle, and I tried to main them so hard, but I literally could not get into it. They were just something off, and I keep coming back to these standard paddles that have like that are squared off at the top, where the Honolulu NF and FC Plus are like rounded, or the arrow curve, like Yolo would say, or whatever. But I find those just to be like truly not as stable from the factory as far as like stock weights goes. Then having this squared shape, it just, in my opinion, it just makes this paddle like perform so much better. And you can tell like the taper on this paddle compared to the FC Plus is completely different. The FC Plus and the NF, they the J2NF, they come up. Wait, how do I say? Like at the neck right here, they go up like this, and then they go out like almost like at a more 90-degree angle. Where this one just has a slight taper that's, or at least at least the extended handle does that. But I don't know. I was maining the True Foam for so long, and I just wanted a paddle that was very similar to the True Foam, but had more power and was just as stable. And this paddle is truly like meets all those boxes. Let's see. This paddle is actually right now. This paddle is actually on sale on the Honolulu website. I mean, they have the they have a new paddle line coming out right now, so maybe they're just trying to get rid of these. I'm not exactly sure, but hopefully they keep them, because I actually ordered another one for me because I like it so much. But and if you use my code, which is just Thomas THOMASFL, like Thomas Florida, you'll get an extra $20 off. So with the discount that it's already having right now, because it's on sale, and $20 off, it saves you a pretty good bit of money. And I mean, you can use that code on the new paddles that are just now being released as well, which I'll probably insert a little picture right now of like the core of the very new paddles. But I'm not even going to get the new paddle in the J2 series. I'm not interested. I'm gonna wait for them to come out with the J3, which Honolulu told me that they are coming out with the J3 of the new technology in March, I believe. So I'm excited for that paddle. But I really just wanted to make this video to go over the J3NF. These are the three paddles that I'm going to briefly talk about are all 16 by 8 inches, the standard shape. This one comes in at 8 ounces on average, has a swing weight of 109 and a twist weight of 6.9, which I really think that, and I think I said this in my last video, that going off of those stats alone, mainly the swing weight and the twist weight is just like, it literally gives you like a ballpark idea. I think that each paddle, even if they had the same swing weight and same twist weight from different companies, they play so differently. They're not like the FC Plus long handle, I believe is like 7.3 ounce or 7.3 twist weight, which is extremely high. And that paddle freaking moves around in your hand like crazy. Like the twist weight, it wasn't stable at all, at least for me. So I mean, you have to take twist weight and swing weight, I think, with a grain of salt. But yeah, so discount code for this is ThomasFL for the Honolulu, if you want to use it. Totally up to you. So after the carbon, the Genesis that I used for about 6 months, and I wanted a new paddle, I actually switched to the Quanta. This was the paddle that I mained for since Quanta came out. This paddle came at like 7.7 ounces, which actually was like 7.67 ounces, which it was like super light. And I had to put on like weight in so many different places to try to get used to it. But the weight setup that I used that actually stuck with me was just, this is 2.5 grams per inch, so like a good bit around the corners here. So like, as you can see, because I like a paddle after an overgrip and with a weight setup to be around 8.4 ounces. So this was the paddle that I really liked it a lot. I mean, I still main this paddle until I just got this paddle. This is going to be my new main with no weight setup. I might add a little bit of weight later on, but really I think this paddle is just so good. But the reason why I'm making this video is because all these paddle awards just came out, you know, Chris Olsen and everything, and this is his favorite paddle, which is the Loco Hybrid, which I'm sorry, Standard, which honestly I think is a good paddle, but it's not as good as even the Quanta. And then I think the Honolulu is even better. So I haven't played with the boomstick, but a lot of people compare the Loco to the boomstick. But let me tell you what I don't like about the Loco. Okay, the ball comes off the face. The ball sits on the face for such a short time. You really cannot get a lot of top spin and stuff on your shots, especially in the kitchen, like cross court dinks and backhand like, you know, two-handed backhand roll dinks. You really can't get a lot of top spin on it because the ball just comes off so fast. I mean, you can swipe up and get a little bit, but like it's not really pocketing hardly at all. Then another issue with the Loco is like resets. Like when you're trying to make it into the kitchen and say you're playing semi-high level games and somebody's hitting it at your feet and you're trying to make it up to the kitchen and you're trying to reset with this, the ball is not, in my opinion, the ball is not consistent off of the face. Like, you know, it's not linear. So it's like, it's literally like the ball sometimes trampolines off really fast, which I can never get. I can never like a paddle that's like that. Like the paddle has to be, if it has a lot of power, that's really good, but it has to be like consistent power, or else I personally cannot play with it. I can't stand paddles that the ball just like trampolines off, like some of the gearboxes that have so much power where the ball just like springs off of it and it's like impossible to hit a freaking third shot drop. I really can't stand those paddles. So in my opinion, this Loco, that happens a lot. Although I think this paddle probably has the most power out of these three paddles I'm talking about. The fact that the ball comes off so fast and unpredictable is just like I cannot get that out of my head. That's just the paddle that I really can't stand this paddle. And the reason why I wanted to make this video and talk about that is because everyone is saying this paddle is so good, and I mean, it's all right, but it's also kind of head heavy too for a standard. Like it hurts my arm personally, and yeah, I don't know. It had so much hype around it, and so I would say that the Loco is my least favorite. Other than this Quanta right here, I would say has about 90% of power as that Loco, and obviously you can do some crazy weight setup on here to where it would have insane power, but And this paddle has way more of a linear like power curve. When the ball comes off on resets and everything, the ball comes off pretty fast, but it's like predictable. Like the ball is like, you know, if you've used a lot of paddles, you know you got to do like a third shot drop, and say you do a perfect third shot drop, and then say that same ball comes later on, and you got to do the same swing for the same third shot drop, hit the ball in the same spot, and like then the ball like flies off of it, like it goes like 4 feet high. This paddle does not do that. This paddle is very straightforward when it comes with when it comes to like being consistent and stuff. Which, you know, I do have a discount code for Quantas too. I mean, this is like $120 with the code. It brings it under $100. I'll put that down below. I mean, if you want to use it, I'm not out here trying to really get everyone to use my codes. I'm just trying to talk about paddles because I am passionate about it. But then when it comes to and this paddle, I would say the ball has a little bit more dwell than the Loco. So I was trying the Loco for like a few sessions. Then when I just could not get it down. I was trying all these different weight setups. Like it was just so frustrating that the ball was just like the paddle was not super stable and the ball was flying off of it on. I could not get. I was not confident. You know, if you're playing with the paddle and you're not confident to run up on your own thirds because you don't know how your third's gonna be. Yeah, that's that paddle. And then when you switch to this paddle, you have to swing a little bit harder. You feel the ball kind of sit on the face just a little bit longer, so it gets a tad bit more spin than the Loco, but it's way more consistent. Okay, that's how I would say it. I would say that this is about like 10% less power than the Loco. So in my comparison, I'd say the Loco's like 100% power. I'd say this Quanta's like 90% power, but still plenty of power. And then I would say that this right here is like maybe like 85% power. But like when you if you swing hard, or if you get a good drive, like this paddle still rockets the ball, which is nice. But what I like the most about this paddle is the J3, and a lot of the reviewers don't talk about it, so that's why I wanted to make this video. But is the ball sits on the face like for longer than both of those paddles, and like your kitchen play, your topspin roll dinks, your backhand roll dinks, like the ball sits on here long enough to where you can really put some spin on the ball. And I don't know, and it feels just like softer. It almost has like more of a Genesis feel, which if you've ever played with the Genesis, it's just like so muted. It's so nice. The ball just comes off. And I haven't added any weight to this paddle either. I don't know, it's just this paddle's never talked about, so I just wanted to make this quick video. So also I wanted to show you guys some of this weighted tape that people have been talking about probably for like they talked about for like the last 6 months. But if you're not in the discords, maybe you don't know. It's like magnetic tape, and you basically just use it instead of lead tape. It's so cheap. You can get it on Amazon for like $8 for like 30 feet. I'll put a link down below for that type of lead tape. I'll show you what it looks like right here. It just comes in like this roll was way bigger. I've been using this roll for like so long, and it just comes apart. It's just like it's basically weighted tape. So I'm gonna link 2 different links below. I'm not getting commission or anything on these. I just really think that this would help out a lot of people. I've already recommended this to like 4 people on the courts, and they actually bought it. Just because it's probably like 4 or 5 times cheaper than lead tape, and it's probably like 10 times cheaper than tungsten tape. But I don't think anyone buys tungsten anymore. But maybe they do. I don't know. So yeah. So the one link is gonna be for half. It's actually like 0.45 grams, so it's almost half a gram per inch. And then the other link is gonna be for the sticker for the sticker stuff, which is 2.5 grams per inch. So between these two, I mean, they're like $8 each for like 20 or 30 feet. And I think you can spend $10 and get like 60 feet. And it would take you like 2 years to use all that stuff. So if you're one of those people that like to mess around with lead tape and stuff, and you haven't bought the magnetic tape and you're still buying lead tape or tungsten tape, yeah, that stuff is so cheap and it'll last you so long. It does leave some residue on the outside of your paddle though, so keep that in mind. You can always put like a black electrical tape around your edge guard first. That's what I do when I first get a paddle. Then you can put the tape on the weighted tape on the electrical tape. That way you don't have to scrub off all of that residue when you peel off the magnetic tape. But alright, well, thanks for watching this video. I just wanted to kind of spread the news on the J3NF, and also let you guys know I'm excited for the new paddle that Honolulu's coming out with, especially in the standard shape. But yeah, this paddle's really good, man, and I'm super hyped, and just wanted to let some people know maybe this little comparison, if you're using a standard right now and you're trying to upgrade, maybe this little comparison will help you out or help you decide. So alright, have a good one.